Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it again. Welcome to the Conversation Podcast. And you don't know with the host.
Mr. Minis.
Yes, and you know, we really feel like we need to address this topic today because a lot of times a lot of us get this thing twisted. And as I see in the title, is owning a car more important than owning a house in today's society? Me host give him opinion on the subject and then I am going to come back and then give my review on it. So you can go first. Me hear what you say, Jay.
Well, for me, when I was younger, I always wanted a car, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
But growing up, I realized the necessity and the importance of having a house,
yeah.
right? And for me, having a house is way more valuable than having a car. And it's a means of even starting a business because when you use yourself, um, taxi, you can buy a car and start running some taxi and make money.
Mm-hmm.
But house can also make you money too. In the long run, it might be not as quick as taxi. But it depends on the purpose because if you buy the car first, like run taxi or do some investing, I guess that will be a better deal. Depends, it all depends on the state of mind and where you want out of the car because if you buy a car you just show off and flaunt with
Mm-hmm.
when you don't have nothing else and you don't have no house, that doesn't make no sense,
Exactly.
right? But if you buy it and say you are going to turn it and make it be a business like a taxi business or a rental thing, that's the money they can build a house. So it depends at the end of the day. But in retrospect, like you just buy a car, you just have it, you just drive around and don't have a house, that don't make no sense. If it's a business thing, yeah, it makes sense. That's how my thoughts on this one.
But G, house can race. House can race, you know?
But you hear that?
Cause there's a, we don't know if I have a joke the person I make or them a troll or what, but you don't know the person say horse can race and to be honest, although it might sound like a joke, a lot of people believe this because they feel like say alright then buy a car and then go rent somewhere, right? Because enough people are gonna say alright, house is so expensive because you know the cost of living is going up. So it's easier for me to rent somewhere than for actually own a place. But the problem with that is when you rent somewhere and you don't own it, at any time the landlord can,
Kick you out.
yeah, for various reasons, he or she can raise the price of the rent. And then if it's not your house, you are very limited to what and what you can do. You have some people make it clear that you can't even bring nobody come there at your house. Or well at the place where you are renting. Can't have nobody over like that, like a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It might sound strange, but you have a lot. You have places where, and then again too, some places you have to be employed. You have to show proof, say he's a your work. Cause you don't want anybody at them place. There's a lot of limitations when you rent somewhere opposing to own your own home. When you own your own house, you can rent it out just like what them do to you. And you set your rules and set your regulations. So to me have to agree with my co-host, right? It's better for you to own a home first because remember a car is a depreciating asset. If you buy a car, alright, for instance, let me give you an example. If you buy a car in 2020 for $1 million, just for example, right? In 2021, you cannot sell that car back for $1 million. You know why? As soon as you drive that car off the lot, it starts to lose value.
Well, and as soon as I get the key and
Exactly.
lose money.
To me personally, I will go as far as to say the car is losing even value on the lot itself, right? Because if you go to a car mart or a car dealership right now, and we're in 2021 right now, right? The year just started, right? So if you go there and you see a car like a 2015 car, you probably most you might probably pay like maybe over $1 million for that car. Probably not, but in a 2015 that said that car they probably worth far more than $1 million. So even on the lot, in my opinion, the car even depreciate. So as them said earlier, then if you buy the car for convenience, you know make the money off it, don't like take money from you. So really and truly it becomes a liability instead of an asset. Because at that time we as people we get it misconstrued or we are misinformed what is an asset and what is a liability. An asset is something that gives you money. A liability is something that takes money away from you. Even an house can be a liability because if you're not making no money from that house, whether it is generating like a monthly income or a yearly income, it's a liability because it's taking money from you because you have to pay for the upkeep and the maintenance of that home. If you don't sell that home or rent it out, you will never make a dollar from it. But
it's better
it's better, yeah,
it's
still
a better liability to have than the car because the car is a depreciating liability for the house.
It's a appreciating because if you buy a house like say 10 years ago, it worth more now than 10 years ago, but the car is in the opposite. Whereas if your house, whereas if your house is in like like St. Andrew or some uptown area, because me live in a 2-bedroom house and it's not in the best of areas, but I know if it was in certain area like a Cherry Garden, Avondale, Beverly Hills, that house could have sold for $30 million with ease.
But McLeod, remember, even Jay-Z did make a reference in one of his songs them, where he say, him buy a house, him buy how much engine, which actually a car, where it go out to sale, and him buy a whole heap of them on him bus, and him could have buy a house in a one location whenever was a nice location, but now that location totally turn around and become a good environment, and he might look into himself and say, yo, me just buy the house right now, the house is worth a $1 billion.
A story of OJ at about?
Yes.
Oh, I think
when your place right now where you can be a future uptown, you don't know what happened in a future because things change.
Yeah, and even can give a more accurate description of where my bridging at about. Jay-Z said he bought like every V12 engine, wish him could have taken it back to the beginning. Him say he could have bought a place in Dumbo. He forgot a place in it for $2 million. Him said years later that same place is worth $25 million. Guess how him feel in Dumbo? Means him feel stupid. It means he never make a proper good assessment. Say that initial investment of $2 million would have turned out to be $25 million today. So you see that place appreciated over the years to come. The cars that he bought, those cars are depreciating assets, right? So you must say the mistakes we're making in the past, but at least him learn from it. But really and truly, how much of us learn from the mistakes we're making in the past, still keep on? Because me tell myself, say, my first purchase of a vehicle is not a vehicle for convenience alone. It will give me convenience and it will give me money. You're not going to just give me convenience alone. My first, because I see a lot of people, well, you live your life, you do what you want to do, your money, you work hard. So me is not here to tell you how you should move or how you should spend your money. But listen, I'm saying that when you're making investment, you have to be very, very careful. Whereas if you don't have it like that, if you have it like that now, well, fine. Yeah. But if you make certain critical investment, you can't just spend your money willing it because you can buy a car today, crash it tomorrow, and it's done for.
Can look up in somebody else's car and fix for them car, fix here.
Exactly. And even if you have comprehensive insurance, if the insurance place do the thorough investigation, which I know they will, you know if them do it now, do the investigation and find out that you and wrong, you is going to be the person who is liable for those damages. Them not gonna give a dollar because them gonna say, well, and even if them fix the car and give back a new car, be based on the type of insurance we have, right? Your premium are gonna go up. So you're gonna end up paying more money in insurance because people understand say when you have an insurance, the less you crash, you think you have a yearly review, some of them may be shorter, but the less you crash, the more you the insurance that you're showing a yearly or whatever or your name of the agreement is start to lower because you don't have a lot of incident or accidents on the road.
So definitely, a house is a smarter choice,
Definitely.
right? But if you are going to do business, different story. So just analyze what we are saying and come to your conclusion and tell us below in the comment section what you think about what all of what we said and how you would do your thing.
Yeah. Me could know if we say if it makes sense or if you're gonna buy a first vehicle, maybe this discussion change how you feel on certain things. Because we're glad for when people can buy them vehicle or buy them house, but you have to know the difference, the distinction, right? So that's the video for today. Don't forget like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Alright? McLeod TV, we're out.